their stand. So if you want to try and win a year's supply of dog food, then please go and visit their stand and put an entry into that competition. We've now got the silver team coming into the ring for a display that will both entertain and educate you. This is going up the levels of the Good Citizen Dog Scheme. And I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Mr. Dave Currier.
Thank you, Dawn. Okay, we're going to be looking at our Silver Award now. And to start the Silver Award off, we're going to look at a display team showing you all the elements, or the different elements throughout the Silver Award.
Now we're going to look at some of the individual exercise throughout the silver. So what we're going to look at first is the play with the dog exercise. Now the play with the dog can be on lead or off lead. And as you will see, we're going to bring two dogs in, and they're both going to be on lead to do the play with the dog exercise. And what we're looking for with play with the dog is when the handler says that's the end of the game, that is the end of the game. And if they use the toy, then obviously we expect the dogs to give up the toy. They may get it back, or it could be the end of the game because they put the lead on to go. So we're going to look at these two dogs. They're going to really play with the dogs. Don't forget, it's not a retrieve exercise, it is a play. A great way of bonding with your dogs and getting them to listen. As you see, the handler asked the dog to release, and the end of the game, it was ceased. The game ceased there. You can see, take the toy away from the dog. So I'm going to bring our next two dogs in. And this time, it's like the same exercise, but this time we're going to show it off the lead. So we're putting nice control into the dogs, having fun, and we've got three dogs in, sorry, and again, all playing with their dogs. Now if your dog is not a dog that will play with a toy, it uses motivation from the handler for the sake of the test. But as long as the game stops and the dog stops playing when the handler says so, that is what we're looking for. So tugging off the lead, so we haven't now got the use of the lead. The handler's going to ask the dogs to stop, and again they give up the toy. So it's an excellent demonstration of showing us about making the dogs release. We're in that drive of play. The next exercise we'll bring another three dogs, and whilst the other dogs are still playing, we're now going to be looking at, first of all, breathing to make sure that the dogs are under control and coming away from distractions. So don't forget, the park is for everybody's use, not just for yours and your dog. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with the dogs
6 dogs down the end, they're on lead. The 3 dogs down the end here are having a game. When asked to do so, they're just coming away from the distraction and they're not going for the other dog's toys, as you can see. They're running out, they're picking the toys up and they're coming back to the handler. So we're not interfering and messing around with the other person's pleasure with their dog. Or it could be a team playing football, etc. in a park with kids just running around. So the game is a very, very important exercise. Well done, guys. Again, a very important exercise. If you haven't had breakfast this morning, don't look when the guys come out with the food. Food manners. It's a food manners exercise. And in the silver, it is human food. Personal waiters for the dogs and waitresses. And there we go. We have sausages. We have buns. Oh dear. Now the handlers are going to pick the food on the plate. Okay, so now we're going to bring the dogs out. Let's make it a little bit of fun. Let's have your full attention there. Cheer on the teams each side of you. We'll make a little race down there. Have some fun with the dogs. Are you ready, guys? Get in the head, so ready, steady, go! Let's hear it. 6 dogs on the lead. Coming past the food. What that dog then is going to go through. Next one up, a little bit of relay. Okay, none of us so far go through the food. There's just demonstration here of restraint by the dogs. Yeah, come on, let's hear it. These dogs are doing extremely well. Excellent, well done. I'm not sure who won there. I think it was a very close thing. I think that was far too easy, don't you? Have the dogs on lead. So now what we're going to do, we're going to bring 2 of the dogs and handlers down and we're going to do it off lead. Are you ready, guys? Got the thumbs up? Yes, we're ready. On your marks then. Get set. Go! Let's see. Oh, doesn't count the standard food. Excellent, I think that was a draw. So let's hear it for all those dogs that come through and never touched any of that food. Excellent, well done. A very good exercise, showing restraint. Okay, we're going to bring a couple more exercises into the ring for you. So we're just going to take the food away. Before I go and get it, I don't know about the dogs. So next time we're going to be looking at a controlled breeding. So this exercise we're going to bring the gates in. This is our door. We're looking at a doorway and also a gate that you might be coming through in someone's garden. What we're looking for is the handler to be able to control their dog as if they're going to someone's house. And then we're going to bring someone in. So they're going to ring the bell. Of course, the person comes to the door to answer the door. And we're also doing this exercise. We bring in the stay and we're going to do an examination of the dog. So as you can see, we're not looking for the dogs to jump up like they are. That is not a behaviour we're looking for. Because don't forget, we don't want that to happen. If you're all dressed up ready to go out, you certainly don't want the dog's paws all over you or jumping up at young children. So the handlers then will get the dogs back under control. The handler will speak to the person they just go to see and keep the dogs under control. Once the dogs are under control, they can then obviously make a fuss of the dog as well. And as you can see, we're now also incorporating our stay at the end. And the dogs are all in different positions. Don't forget the silver on the lead, still 5 paces away, 2 minutes, and it's in the sit standing down as you can see. The team leader Abby is holding the dogs down, or keeping hold of the exercise down the end here to make sure that the team can go back. Should the dogs break their position, of course, then they would be not ready for the test. So whilst these dogs are doing their stay exercise, we're also going to bring in our vet check. So again, in the silver, it'll be done by the examiner. So we've got our examiners in their white coats. I think they might be coming to take me away actually, but they're in their white coats. And we'll have a look and do an examination of the dog. If you've got a small breed, obviously the table must be provided or should be provided to make sure we can look over the dog. With the examination, we'll be looking over the whole of the dog, ears, eyes, teeth, all 4 paws under the tummy, down the back, down the tail area. We'll do a full examination of the dog. We'll look for any lumps or bumps. If the dog should show any aggression towards the examiner, unfortunately again, we're deemed not ready. With the larger breed, as see, we can do it on the floor. We can get the handler to open the mouth to allow the examiner or the vet to look inside, and then the examiner at some point must actually take control of the exercise. Part of the exam as well, the testing for the silver, is responsibility and care. And with responsibility and care, all we're looking for is to make sure the handlers understand the welfare of their dogs. And as their team leader standing here doing nothing apart from looking pretty here, let's ask her a couple of questions, shall we? We'll give you all a quick break. So again, you can be turned into handlers of the dogs. So with the responsibility and care, Abby, can you tell me if a dog is microchipped, does it need an ID tag?
Yes, it does. It needs both.
Exactly. It certainly needs the ID tag, and that is a legal requirement. And can you just give me one example of a dog's needs?
Regular exercise.
Yeah, I think that's quite true, isn't it? Food, water, all these sorts of things, very basic things, but obviously essential for the dog's needs. So again, showing you an extra exercise with our vet check and our stay exercise. Well done. Very nice indeed. The next exercise we're going to be looking at is the rejoin. No, we're not. We're going to do the vehicle control. Now with the vehicle control, as you can see, no expense spared. We brought our Rolls Royce out today. Oh, it needs a little bit of repair on the way, en route. What we're going to be looking at first of all is how not to travel with your dog in the vehicle. So we are going to get all the occupants to go in. The driver's now going in. They're going to go down a nice little country road. As you can see, the dog is just on the person's lap in the back. Lots of distractions to the driver. Again, they're going down the country road, and then all of a sudden, that may happen for real. Maybe not to the extreme, but again, we're just trying to demonstrate to you how not to travel. Your dog should be secure. So of course the vehicle can be repaired, but can our poor canine friend? I think not. So again, if it was done correctly, like we're now going to show you, that would not have happened. So we now got a crate in the back of our vehicle. The two dogs are going into the vehicle and they're now secure. All the occupants now getting into the car. They're off down that nice little leafy range lane again. And again, what could happen is we have these little accidents. They're all nice and cheery, but not for long. Again, they've had this accident, they've looked round, everybody's okay, yes, we're fine. Are the dogs okay? So they can get out now? Of course they are, because they are now secure. So the dog should be in a crate, or if you're using the dogs on the seats, they should be in a harness. The car can be repaired quite easily or replaced, but can our canine friends? So it's a very, very important exercise that you should take care when travelling with your vehicle and your dogs. The next exercise we're going to look at, also for our silver award, is the rejoin handler. And for this exercise, we're going to bring all the handlers in, and we're going to have a look at the dogs coming back to their respective handlers when asked to do so. In the silver, we are looking for the dogs to wait. Minor anticipation can be allowed. However, what we're looking for is the dogs to sit there or stay there. So the dogs then, when pulled, will go back to the handler, to the front of the handler. So we're preparing all our dogs for this. It's not an actual stay exercise. We're just hoping that the handlers can lead their dogs in a position. So the team leader now has asked them all to leave their dogs, which they're going to do. So now you can see they've left their dogs. What we're looking for is for the handlers to turn around, and they're going to pull their dogs to the front. As you see, perfect. Dogs all coming in. Again, we're not worried about the speed of the dog either, as long as the dog comes to the front of the handler. And again, just to show you, it's not a fluke, we're actually going to do this exercise once again. This time, we're going to pull all the dogs into the middle. Not an easy exercise. I think there's a little bit more than minor anticipation on this side. But anyway, again, that would be deemed already. They're calling the dogs in, but the main thing is all the dogs will come back. So whilst we've got all the dogs and handlers in the middle of the ring, can I take this chance to say a big thank you to the team who've given all their time up. First of all, to their team leader, Abby. We have Maria and Cassie. We have
Sky, Lisa and Mr. Quigley, Michaela and Bailey Bear, Shelley and Sam, Georgette and Ozzy, Hannah and Solo, Wendy and Grace Renee, Martin Thompson, our first assistant, followed by Emma and Gareth, Joanne and Karen. Thank you guys. Just to finish off our display, we are now going to do a closing sequence, showing you again the elements of the test which you've seen earlier on as an individual exercise, and now we're going to do it as a group display. So we're just getting all the handles ready. Just bring them in.
Thank you very much, Dave Curry. A big round of applause there for a lovely display by the Silver Good Citizen Dog Scheme display team. If you want to find out more about the Good Citizen Dog Scheme, please see the folks on the stand behind us. They've got lots of information to give you, including a new set of guidelines and a new information leaflet, new style.